Welcome back to the Long Dark, and we are playing again in another region of the game. The last attempt at surviving this harsh environment didn't go to plan, but we're back. Now we are in a region called Coastal Highway, and the wildlife can get quite agitated in this region. However, there are quite a lot of shelters. But nevertheless, first of all, we do need to start collecting wood. And again, I'm just keeping an eye on my temperature and my hunger first. We have just started the day, and I want to make sure I have enough wood and supplies to keep me from going hungry through the night, through the first night. The first night is always the hardest as we are trying to build up supplies. We have no tools currently to go hunting, no bows, no weapons. There are quite a few sticks just around this area. So as we can see, this is a very beautiful region of the game. Just another stick here. We will take that. Thank you, a stick. And as you can see, the absolute picturesque views of this game. I do really want to attempt just to go straight down, but I know that won't be good. We will most likely get a broken ankle. We haven't got a climbing rope to actually start abseiling down the side of the cliff face. So we're going to try and make our way around again in this region, keeping an eye out for wildlife, as it is sparse, but it is more common than in Mystery Lake. So there is a little bit of a pathway here. I wonder where this leads. Anyway, we're going to go down as this is Coastal Highway. This is what the region is called. So I'm presuming somewhere down at the bottom here there will be some kind of highway or road, which means when there should possibly be shelters nearby, which is what I'm hoping for. We will definitely try and come back and explore the rest of this at some point. But for now, the main goal is just to survive, build up our supplies. Time we explored Mystery Lake, it did start us off very close towards night time, so it made it quite difficult. And in the end, we didn't make it. We were very close. So let's not try and repeat the same mistake. We're going to start sprinting here because our temperature is dropping quite significantly now. Hunger's fine, tiredness is fine, so we're just going to try and sprint. And that is absolutely grand, chaps. We have found a shelter. We have found some kind of building which will allow us just to stop by, let us build some heat back up. So there's 2 cabins. Hopefully we do find some supplies in one of these. This here cabin's been burnt down. Is there anything inside? Can we see inside? No. There's a few cabins here, so hopefully we can at least get some food supplies, but for now in indoor spaces like this, it will ketchup crisps. Ketchup crisps. I've not had ketchup flavoured crisps for a long time. We've got some books. Again, they'll be good for burning and making fires. So that's not too bad. Tinder plugs. Well, that will quite a good idea actually. Doing that. Okay, there's a body. There's a corpse in here. Let's just give our friend a little search, see if he has any supplies. Moldy beef jerky. I mean, okay, so we've got a hat. Let's get this hat on. So we've started off with some different. So we can sleep in here. As you can see, our heat is actually rising. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything that might actually be useful. Anyone on the radio? No, this one's not working. No signal. But let's see. So heat is going up, so we are going to break down the tinder. There's no stove in here, and I'm guessing, yeah, we can't place a fire in these huts. Stack of papers, another book. We will definitely have that. Thank you very much.
Could end up being useful.
That will be useful since we do have some canned food. Right, well, there's we're just gonna go and search for the other cabins, get some supplies up, make our way down to the coast, and see if we can find somewhere to maybe even possibly make our base. As you can see, there's plenty of fire supplies in these cabins, so this is really good. Some soda, some grape soda, or some pop, as we call it here. Right, okay. More wood, perfect. Was that some, I didn't actually read that. I think that was water purification tablets. In case we can't get hold of a fire. Oh, making a fire. Leather shoes. Loads of books. Absolutely loads. So when we do come to have a fire, and hopefully we find some meat, we'll have plenty of... We'll have plenty of books to burn to keep ourselves warm. Yeah. Right, well, let's go. There's no time for dilly-dallying about. We'll go and search the last cabin, then make our way down towards the coast and see what we can find. Just have a general explore of the area. Again, radio not working. We did actually pick up some... Right, well, we've got new leather shoes on already, so that's absolutely fine. We don't need to take anything off. But this has got good. We're getting a load of fire supplies from these here little cabins. Now, certain regions in this game can be... I'm not going to bother with that yet. Certain regions in this game can be more difficult than other regions. So that's just something to bear in mind. Some regions have more shelters. Coastal Highway does have... I do believe it does have a good number of buildings in the actual region itself. So our temperature's getting very low. That's the thing we need to watch out for now. So at some point soon, it's not too windy at the minute. As you can see, the trees are nice and still. Usually when a blizzard starts or heavy wind, you can start seeing the leaves and the trees bend. And you'll also notice it in the bottom left-hand corner. Yeah, we're just going to make our way to the coast. From what I remember, I do believe there used to be a garage somewhere. We're here. We have made it. This is the road. Now, there are islands along the coast, although I do need to be very careful as the ice is not always... Ice is not always as safe as it looks. We don't want to be falling through into a frozen lake, so we just walk down the road a little bit here. There's no vehicles in sight that we can search. There's some more cabins over this way and also some fishing huts, which I think might be quite a nice idea to go and check out, to be honest. But again, on these icy plains, the big thing to look out for and keep an eye out is wolves and wildlife. You can get packs of wolves out on the ice. But at the minute, we're not seeing any. Usually the wolves will spot you before you spot them. Now there's some birds flying above there, so that's suggesting down to me that there is a dead animal or a corpse in that area. So we'll go and check that out. I'm going to try and check this cabin out whilst we're here. There's some rabbits around this area. So good to point out for the future in case we're able to craft any mouse traps, rabbit traps. I reckon, for our first night. I do believe the fishing huts on the ice there, I do believe they have stoves inside. Now, these buildings are good, as they do keep you warm, wind chills off. However, the little fishing huts, just a little bit more.
I could use this.
A flashlight. That's battery's dead. Of course it is. What was I thinking? Oh, bedroom. Yeah, so we don't have any tools to break any of that down for any cloth in case we do get attacked and our clothes get damaged. Alright, gave us a bit of heat back anyway. But we can't actually cook necessarily on that any stoves. I mean, we don't really have anything to cook, but we do need to make sure our thirst doesn't go down too low. So we do need to boil some snow. What we do is this frozen deer carcass. So it's been dead quite a while by the looks of it. I know we don't have any kind of tool or instrument to go cutting the carcass open to get meat. But as you can see, telltale signs in this game. Keep an eye out for your birds. They will give you a good indication if there is a body or a frozen animal nearby. Now again, I'm just going to make myself make my way across these logs on the frozen ice, just keeping an eye out for wildlife across the frozen plain. Thankfully, this ice does seem pretty solid right now, so we're going to make our way down the highway. A rifle cartridge. It's a shame we don't have a rifle.
Any good to eat?
Some more ketchup crisps. If only we had a bottle of whiskey to go along with those crisps. Some cloth. That's absolutely sound. Right, let's make a fire in this little stove. Get some heat back in us.
Come on.
Perfect. We had 80% chance of starting that fire, and we have managed to get the fire started. So we're going to add some fuel to it now, which will increase the duration as well as the heat output for the fire. We've got loads of books, so we'll just add some of them. Small Arms Handbook. Now, this is actually separate to the other books. I'm actually wondering if there's something special about this certain book, and if it may help towards a certain skill set in the game, which I am unaware of. As we can see, we've also taken a torch here. Now, a good thing when there are wolves nearby, having a torch, as you can see, we can easily throw that at a wolf and attempt to scare wildlife off. So hopefully you just see that there on the end of the river. I do believe they're actually deer. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Which now you see, if we did have a rifle, would be a great attempt to go hunting to get ourselves some proper food. But yeah, always handy having access to a torch to throw at any wildlife that may be coming to attack. I wonder where all of those birds are going. I'm not too sure. Right, well, we are meant to be keeping warm, so it's frozen, so there is a fishing hole, but we don't have any sort of fishing apparatus, and we don't have any tools to break it. And to be honest, we don't have any food to actually heat up. We do want to boil some water, So we will go ahead and make ourselves a little bit of a drink. So we're just going to put that on top of the stove, and that's just going to melt for a second. Now, I want to get my heat back up. It is important to keep our heat on top, as this is the ultimate killer in this game, is watching your temperature, making sure it doesn't drop to values where frostbite can become an issue. Ooh, a fishing hook. Basic hook suitable for fishing. I don't think we'll be able to fish with that alone. Okay. We've now drank our water. We'll leave that stove going. We've got a little bit more heat back in us. I've noticed a house up there right in the hill. Past those deer. However, I don't want to get too close to the deer, as they may still get defensive in this game. Do really fancy having a walk along this highway. There is a plentiful amount of structures along the highway. We can see a cabin just there off the coast. Looking around, this is a big coastal peninsula by the looks of it. I do really want to check this house up on the hill. There is a group of cabins right down in that direction as well. We originally came from just down over there in that direction, so a load of deer. It's a shame we don't have anything to go hunting right now. As we can see, it's quite windy when you're out on the ice. There isn't much shelter, and it's probably going to wipe all the heat we have away almost straight away, to be honest. It is not a very forgiving environment. Getting very close to the hypothermia risk now. It does look to be a little bit of a bridge right here, but I do want to go to that house. However, I don't want to be stuck out on the ice. Like I say, there's not a lot of shelter. Wildlife can see you before you can see it for the most part. Yeah, we've got another fishing cabin here, so maybe let's just go and quickly check this one out. Okay, a revolver cartridge, some tomato soup. A tin of sardines. Now again, the only risk to this game is trying to stay warm. We have a plentiful supply of food. It's always just usually managing to keep our body warm. Getting a little bit hungry now. As we can see here, we're back on the highway. There is a car. There is a garage along this highway somewhere. It might be all the way around the other side of the map. Any supplies in the car? We start it, so we can't drive. But this, it's not keeping us most warm. There's a bit of cloth in here we can take. Vehicle's completely dead, not working, out of action. All the brakes are probably seized up. So we require a pry bar or something to open the trunk, I do believe. Is there anything in the back? No. Okay. Of course, let's read it. A note left behind. Wes, I'm going to try and make it to Mystery Lake. I'm running low on everything, but we can find enough to get us through till spring. And then we can and then we can try and make it back to Calgary. Meet me there. We'll stay for a while. Follow the tracks in from the Carter. You'll see the lodge building, but we'll make for the cabins across the lake. Bring anybody you can find. Bring food and a deck of cards. See you soon, Heather. Okay, well, cabins across the lake. I'm presuming if they mean the ones on the hills just there. Most likely. Most likely indeed. Well, I believe this direction does lead towards another region, but let's go and check this out. Again, a load of rabbits. There's a few stones on the ground, so we can try and if we select our weapon, it takes a lot of practice. We could try and hunt the rabbit. Ah, nearly. That's a shame. I think we've just scared all the rabbits off. Stones are very good for hunting small game. However, they are very hard, and they do take a bit of skill to learn. Now, this was looking like a bit of a passageway through to another region, but as you can see here, it's we need a climbing rope to get up here, and we do not have a climbing rope, so we cannot access that part of the world from this region just yet. Of course, all the regions are connected, as we can see here on the map. We don't have any region maps yet, but we're here in Coastal Highway. The last episode we were in Mystery Lake, so we could go along in this direction, which I believe is heading towards Mystery Lake. So we might have to turn around. We might have to start going towards Crumbling Highway and Desolation Point. Maybe that sounds like a good idea. Desolation Point. That sounds like a very comfortable place to live in an environment like this. But we are at risk of hypothermia right now, so we just need to get a move on. We need to find some good shelter with some good supplies. So we're just going to sprint on here down the road. Maybe check out these cabins by the coastline just to warm up a bit and pass a bit of time. See, we've got this beautiful landscape of mountains, skyline of nature. But we do need to eat something, really. So we'll make ourselves at home some boats, some cabins. Let's get that wind chill off our necks. Laptop, aye. No doubt that laptop does not work. Matches. That's really good. Some more dog food. Crates to break down. This a metal box. More matches. Spray paint. Can be used to leave signs and markers in the environment. So that'll be really good. As we're exploring, we can actually mark things down so we remember where we've been, where we're going, if there's anything we want to come back to, or if we're in a dangerous spot and we know there is danger lurking around the corner, chaps. Right, so right now the shoes we've currently got on are the best for temperature management. Right, okay, let's
So cold.
let's make our way into this here cabin. What's that snare?
Handy.
So this is the rabbit trap. This will come in handy. So we'll be able to place that and see if we can catch anything. Next time we come across some rabbits, we will definitely be placing that down. Antibiotics, perfect. I'm not going to complain at finding some antibiotics. Clothing, always good. Hopefully we can just add it as a layer to keep ourselves a little bit warmer in these environments. Insulated boots. Yeah, water purification tablets. This is a good little loot, this. Okay, we are getting tired actually as well. We are getting tired. We might actually have to stay here for the night. Alright, but first of all, we need to make sure that we have had enough to eat. We don't want to be going hungry or thirsty. I've actually got some water on us, so that's good. Tin of sardines is putting us hunger an hour first up. Tomato soup. So we've got a can opener, so we can open our cans. So again, stale salty crackers. Now we'll try and avoid that, as that is just going to make us thirsty. As you can see, eating these crisps is taking thirst away, so we'll... Apparently the drink can cure your hunger as well, a little bit. So there we go. We are warming up in here. We do need to sleep. So I reckon if we sleep for about 2 hours, we should be alright. You've got to be very careful going to sleep in this game. You need to make sure you are fed, watered, and yeah. So we have woken up now in the middle of the night. As you can see, we can't see anywhere where we're at. So purely just to see where we're going. We're gonna like this match. Searched everywhere else. Right, okay. Now we've got temperature is back up, but it's gonna drop down very quickly. And it is also a blizzard outside, which is not great at all. Got a few other cabins just to try. So we'll have a quick look in these other cabins.
What have we here?
Another flashlight. Nearly misread that for a second then. Book. Right, so we have a scarf now as well, so that'll come in handy for the... There we go. A little bit more protection against the cold. Quick look for anything else. I don't want to spend too long because I don't really want to waste my matches. Accelerant. That is always happy to have a bit of accelerant for when we need to start those fires. We don't have anything else to use. So that's not a bad option at all. Right, the last cabin, and then we're going to continue down the road and see where we get up to. Of course, the main mission is to survive, and going out at night is not the best option to do in order to survive. However, I'd have much rather some more matches. That's good. Much rather go walking than being stuck in a dark cabin. So, yeah, there's that. Right, what have we got here now? We've got some... We've got this one that we picked up before as well. So we've got an underlayer we've got to put on. Boots. That's what we just picked up. They look very good. They're good against temperature. Is that minus 20% in speed? We're going to wear them anyway. They look like some very decent boots. So yeah, we're happy with them. Happy. Right, we're going to... Where's... Leave cabin. Right, it's not lighting up a great deal for us, this lighter. And hopefully you can see where we're going on video easily enough. We are back onto the road. The temperature is going down drastically. We're just gonna go on a little bit of a night hike here, see where we can end up. It's gone extremely misty right now. In fact, it might be an idea getting over this fence, making a quick fire so we can actually take a torch out with us, so we can actually see where we're going, and also warm up a little bit along the way. So let's do that. Let's start fire. Now, as you can see, you can use accelerant.
Drop any of this gear.
We don't need accelerant with this fire, though. I reckon we'll be okay. We'll start with a book. Maybe not that book. 80% chance. Okay, perfect. Add fuel. Well, to be fair, we only really wanted to start this fire. Our temperature isn't doing too bad. Although this cabin does actually have a door. So we can, yeah, if we just taken his torch.
Could end up being useful.
Marine flare, that's good. Marine flares are extra bright and loud and may even ward off a timber wolf. Right, okay. So if we try and get attacked by a bear or a timber wolf, although we're not in the timber wolf region, then yeah, we have that to go off, which is good. So we can still see out, which is nice. Anyway, we have a torch. This is not only so we can see where we're going, but we will also
Maybe we can find a place to rest.
be able to defend ourselves if anything was to happen. Our rest, we didn't actually get that much tiredness back. That wind is blowing in the direction we are wanting to travel. Okay, the torch has gone out, so that didn't work very well either. I reckon what we're doing right now is a very bad idea. Although I like to live life in the fast lane, so we're gonna carry on hiking down this road. There is a car there, so hopefully we can make it to the car. That's my plan. We are very tired. I was hoping that little nap we had would have made it easier for us, but obviously it didn't actually do as much as I was hoping it to do. And I didn't check after we had a little sleep, so that one's on me. As you can see, every time I try and sprint, it is sending the tiredness level down even more. Hopefully we can get access into this vehicle, as we're also close to hypothermia risk now as well. Sewing kit. Of course, this vehicle is still going to be absolutely freezing cold. This could be our deathbed in this episode. This could be where we stay and we get buried by the snow that's coming down on top of us. I shouldn't have left the cabins. As you can see, we're in the middle of a storm, a blizzard right now. This is not very good for us. We're at hypothermia risk. We're getting far too tired.
Life.
And we're not going to make it anywhere with the wind pushing against us, so I'm going to call it. I'm going to say we need to get back to safety.
Too tired to think straight.
Let's get back to one of those cabins if we can. We're now at hypothermia risk and we're too tired to think properly. This wind is that we can't sprint now. We're getting very slow. Our energy is lacking a lot. This wind is getting super strong. Well, that's the only thing helping us to get back to the cabin right now. The wind chill is immense. The cabins are not in sight. Did we come further than I thought? Well, the cabin's all the way back there. You know what I'm going to call it? Let's get back to this this ice fishing. Let's just make it back. Let's just make it back to the actual fishing lodge. Get a fire going, get our bedroll out, and we will camp here for the remainder of the night. We have got enough wood in us to keep a fire going, so I reckon this is our best option. Start fire. We can make it. We can make it yet. I'm going to get this fire started. We're going to take a nap, add some fuel to the fire, so we've got a good amount of duration that we need and a good heat output to keep us warm in this blizzard. Maybe have ourselves some ketchup crisps and a little bit of whiskey.
Thanks for that.
Except I don't have any whiskey. Alright. No. Put that away, add some fuel. Cedar firewood. Do that. Fir firewood. Mind you, we've got a duration of 3 hours and 9 minutes. 4.5 hours there. Heat. We will close the door. And then we will get our bedroll out. Campcraft. There we go. We've got our bed down. We've got the fire on. We're currently outside waiting out this blizzard. And yeah, we're going to get a nice 4 hours sleep. Probably going to wake up absolutely starving. Hopefully it'll be light outside. Still dark. It's getting a little bit lighter. Still got an hour and 17 minutes. And it's got a heat output of 28 degrees. So we're nice and warm now. It hasn't actually given us back that much energy. So we might have to sleep just a little bit longer. Let's put a few books on. I'm quite thirsty as well, so I reckon we'll drink a little bit of water. I think that's taking the whole thing away. I thought we'd be able to keep the actual carton itself. Obviously not. Right. Opening up some peaches and hopefully that'll be quite refreshing as well. So that'll do some hunger and some thirst, which is exactly what we want. We're going to sleep for another 2 hours, get some more rest in us, and hopefully at that point it will be light as well to explore the remainder of this coastal highway. Alright, well, we're doing a bit better. It is still night. It is still night. Right, so we can see the car we made it to before. Our temperature is drastically dropping. But we are travelling along this highway now. It's very early in the morning. We haven't managed to get a full night's sleep. However, we are somewhat rested. We are fed. We are no longer thirsty, so... Again, just keeping an eye out for any sort of wildlife, any nocturnal creatures that might be out. But right now, I think we're doing okay. There doesn't seem to be any wildlife that we can see, other than the birds and the trees that we can hear. Somehow I don't think we're going to be hitchhiking a ride anytime soon. Okay, well, we have been walking down the highway now, and we are starting to get very cold again. There hasn't been any buildings.
Damn. I'm freezing.
And I'm getting that tired. I'm starting to see things. I've got to say, this feels a little bit like an eternal night. We've slept. It's still dark. I feel like we're just in the middle of a blizzard. And I feel like it's never turning daytime again. Flare, lantern fuel. Some more spray paint down there in the back of that vehicle. Anyway, let's carry on. We're getting very cold. We just need to find shelter again quickly now. Okay, guys, we are walking down the highway, continuing our journey, and we have come across what looks like a little bit of... Is this the garage I remember? There are vehicles. There is a garage door. We have come across this garage. It's a gas pump. There's some gas pumps. Just in time, as we were about to contract hypothermia. We can actually use the flares as a light source, but of course, we're not going to do that. Not looking for anything in the fridge. I don't think the fridge will be much colder than the temperature outside. Right, let's get some.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Right, so we are in a garage. Can we set a fire in one of these barrels? That would be good. Hacksaw, okay. Spray paint. Right. Loads of wheels. No vehicles, however. No vehicles. Another radio that's not working. But we will have to make this camp for the night. As currently it's just a blizzard outside, it's dark, we can't see a great lot, and every time we're going outside of a minute, we are just deplenishing. We are just slowly running out of food and water, and we are unable to keep warm at a good limit. But we have been exploring Coastal Highway. And at least in this episode, we have not died.
This'll come in handy.
It's okay, so we have a lantern. That lights everything up a lot better now. we will happily take those flares. Okay, so we're getting pretty heavy on the weight. A revolver. Revolver cartridge. That is brilliant. We will probably end up going out to hunt some deer. Land some fuel. Oh, what a find this actually was. Another drinking can. Energy drink. Ideal. More thirst quenching drinks.
Thank goodness.
So we've got a gun. Okay, let's not fire that when we can't see anything. Right, well, we're going to set a base in this hereby little garage. And we're going to take shelter from this ongoing blizzard that doesn't seem to be going away. Of course, with the amount of snow in the sky, it would be difficult to tell whether it's daytime or not in the middle of a blizzard. So, yeah, we're just going to camp out here for the night. Yeah, we're just going to camp out here for the night and wait out this blizzard. And hopefully you've enjoyed watching this section of the video. So I would like to thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Please remember, if you did enjoy these videos, to subscribe and comment if you are liking this game, what other survival based games you are wanting to see. But yeah, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. Thank you very much for watching. This game is The Long Dark, and you have been watching Fetven.